Hello, everyone. So today I thought to discuss the conceptual difference between crypto and virtual currency. So we discussed that crypto means hidden from government, outside of government issuance, etc. And so both these terms, crypto and virtual, also relate to Moses, or to the leader of the generation, to our desire to connect to a tzaddik, to a righteous Torah teacher. So sometimes they're like Mashiach himself, the Redeemer himself, can be hidden and then revealed. This is the nature of a leader. At times he's hidden, and at times he's revealed. Like we talked about before, the sin of the golden calf, Egel HaZahav, is that the people didn't see Moses, and they miscalculated. They thought he was supposed to come down already with the tablets, the Ten Commandments, and he didn't. So he was hidden from them, and they were impatient, and so they sinned, unfortunately. So the rectification of that is patience and waiting for and doing as much as possible to bring Mashiach, but also waiting for the true Redeemer. So virtual currency is the desire to return something, like I had physical things, in physical coins and bills, into virtual. So where does that come from? So this can also be related to the three-stage process of spiritual growth, psychological growth, as taught by the Baal Shem Tov. That the first stage is submission, that these bills and these coins are from governments that, again, maybe I'm not so happy with the current leadership, whatever the country is, and I want a true leader like Moses. I want to have a coin stamped like in the past by Abraham and Sarah. They stamped coins. So maybe have Mashiach coins or something of that nature. Also, to know that my money that I'm using my money properly, right? So for the temple, first the tabernacle in the desert, and then the temple, people donated gold, silver, copper, and a very great mitzvah, very wonderful deed, wonderful holy usage of physical wealth. So that's what I want for my hard work. I want to make sure that the money is used for a holy way to bring the redemption. So if there's some discomfort with the current situation of the status of money, so then it should all be virtual. Maybe let's start over again. And that's called the separation stage. That from physical to virtual to just, it has no form, no physical form, no tangible form. And now let's start just to see how we could bring it down, how we can bring it back down into a physical state. And you're starting to see this, that there's this desire to maybe make cryptocurrency as plastic, like, to have a version of credit cards and so something like that, But again, where does this come from? Spiritually, what's the inner reason for all of this? Is a desire that do we want to create a dwelling place in this world, in this physical world. God wanted to create a dwelling place in this world, hopefully soon with the building of the third temple, the eternal third temple, and it takes physical wealth, physical resources, as we talked about last time. To bring Mashiach, to bring the redemption, takes a lot of physical wealth, whether it's with marketing or to support Torah scholars and so forth. But when we have this wealth, we want it to be in a rectified state, and also with an awareness that we're counting, garnished, we're counting nothingness, meaning that every coin that I have is with an awareness that Enod Malvado, that there is nothing but God. And this also helps with the wheel of fortune, that one day a person has, another day maybe God takes it away, God forbid. And if we view it as every moment a gift, it's if God decides to give me a gift, then I'll do as much kindness as I can with it. And if tomorrow God decides to take it away, then even if I can't see the good in it necessarily, hopefully I do, but maybe I don't. It's also still good. Everything God does is good. But He wants us to be wealthy both physically and spiritually. So Abraham, before God gave him the hay in his name was Avram. Moses, his father is Amram. Sometimes it says instead of saying Moses in the Torah, it says Ben Amram, the son of Amram. So they both share this Resh Mem. Ram means exalted, lifted, uplifted. What did we say last time? Zeh yashpil v'zeh yarim. This one God lowers, and this one yarim, also from the same root. God lifts. So God wants to lift us up. He wants us to be exalted, but not, God forbid, that our status of being lifted up would increase our ego. God forbid. So if we stay, Moses we learn nullification, complete self-nullification to God from Moses. So to emulate that, it's called bittul, nullified in our service to God, not letting the ego get in the way of our service to God, just complete, devoted, pure service of God. So if that's the case, then whether I have 1 million or 0, it's all God's will. And if I align my will with God's will, then God will make also my will His will. And if with sincere good intentions, I say, God, please can I win the lottery, or can I have panasa? Can I provide a livelihood, at least for my family, and hopefully more? So that's a sincere good request. Now God sometimes, hopefully says yes, but even if we don't today see the revealed good, it's all good, and just to keep that mindset. But hopefully we should all see that revealed good, and we should all become, again, physically wealthy and spiritually wealthy, and with that physical wealth, that it's with this awareness of complete nullification to God. So there's no ups and downs. Right, when the market goes up and down, when the value of our portfolios or 401k or whatever, I stay even, and I make the decisions I need to make, but then I put it aside and leave it up to Hashem. That even King Chizkiyahu, at a certain point, he decided that he did as much as he could. Now it was time to sleep before the battle the next day, and leave it up to God to pave the way for victory. So we have this desire for virtual currency, and we want to see reality like it should be seen, and not, God forbid, to be subject to the ups and downs of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, or what have you, whatever index. The index I have is a personal reckoning and personal accounting. And if I know that my actions are pure and just, and I pursue truth, and I'm trying to do my best, utmost, to bring Mashiach, to spread the awareness of goodness, God's goodness to others, then this already is okay. It's good, and we don't control the outcome. It says, how do you become successful? You can't become successful. Success is up to God. What I can control is my hishtadlus, my toil. So if I do my toil, then that itself is success. And yet the outcome is up to God. So again, that this desire for virtual currency is the infusing the world with the awareness of divine nothingness in all of creation, and it comes about through this act of counting, this process of counting. So every coin, every just adding and adding and adding, and it's adding to my awareness that even though it seems like there's all these multitude of things, it's all Eno Bravado, nothing but Him, only God. So that's the Kabbalah of virtual currency. Thank you. Please subscribe, comment, and you can donate, please, to my rabbi at inner.org. Thank you.